Hey guys, today is a very special day because today I'm filming a Get Ready With Me, and I haven't done this in such a long time. I can't even remember if I did one before at all. Okay, doesn't matter. I will show you how to get this makeup look right here. It's a pretty smoky but still neutral makeup look that I've created with the Urban Decay Naked Free palette, and I'm also showing you how to get these messy, beachy waves that just go with everything and also go into a ponytail and look good no matter what you're doing, because you can just simply mess around with it the way you like it. So if you want to know how to do either of these, the makeup or the hair, please stay tuned and I hope you like the video. So we're starting off with our eyeshadow base. I have no foundation on my face whatsoever right now, it's just clean and moisturized. The eyeshadow base I'm using is the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I have to say though that if you have really oily lids, this stuff may probably not work just as well for you as the Urban Decay primer potion would, for example. So for today's makeup look we are going to use mainly the Naked Free palette, and this is the original one, the original Naked Free. To start off I'm gonna grab a real big fluffy brush and I'm going to apply the first color out of this palette, which is called Strange. It's just a nice light color. Then I'm taking a blending brush. This one is by Zoeva and it's the 221, the Luxe Soft Crease. And I'm going into Limit, which is a nice light dusty rose color. And I'm going to start defining the crease with this. Now I'm taking Nuna on the same brush. And I'm really just try to focus this into the crease, blending this into the lighter color. And I'm switching back and forth between Limit and Nuna just to get the exact transition I want. As I want the crease to be a little bit more intense and precise, I'm switching brushes and I'm taking a crease brush. This is the Zoeva 231 Petite Crease. And I'm taking Nuna again only. And I'm going right in. Okay, I'm then taking a normal shading brush. This one is dirty, excuse me please. What am I going to take? And I'm going to take Factory, which is this nice purple-ish taupey color. And I'm applying this all over the moving lid. And then I'm going back in with my blending brush and I'm blending this color into the crease. For this look you want to blend a lot since it's a smoky eye. With my same shader I'm then going in the second darkest color, which is Darkside, and it's a nice purplish taupey grey. And to further darken up the look I'm taking this right at the outer part and then going back in with my blending brush, blending this all out. Now if you want your crease to be even more intense, you can go back in with your pencil brush or any other crease brush you have and focus this color, this Darkside, just right into the crease. Okay, to highlight the inner corner I'm taking this color right here called Burnout, which is a light pale pink. Chest eyeshadow by MAC would be a great option if you have that one and you want something that is a little bit lighter. Okay, so now it looks like this and we're going to do the eyebrows. Okay, right, eyebrows I always think are something that is very personal, so I wouldn't really go experimental. If you have a good routine, I'm always using the Dipbrow Pomade by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm always kind of switching colors depending on the intensity I want. So this time I'm using chocolate first, and then I would just see how it turns out. So you want to pay attention to what your hair color is like, if you like your brows darker or lighter than your hair. I always take whatever is left on the brush in the front of the brow. I'm not retaking any color out of the pot, especially not when I'm working with the chocolate color, because it's too dark otherwise. And then I'm taking a little bit more product just to clean up. So I will go ahead and do the other brow and then I will be back. Okay, I've done my brows and also cleaned them up with a little bit of concealer just to make them a tiny bit sharper. A smaller brush and your Naked palette again, because I forgot something. And I want you to take blackhear, or you could, of course, if you don't have the palette, use any other dark brownish. And I would apply this just really close to the lash line. Now we can finally start with the face, and I'm sweating as hell. It's so hot in Germany, I wouldn't believe it. Okay, as for my foundation, I'm using the MaxFactor Miracle Touch makeup simply because I've gotten a little bit more tan and I need to color match for my chest, and simply no other foundation that I have would match me in summertime. So, but I like this foundation anyway. It photographs really, really nicely and it's kind of a matte finish, so it's great. But it doesn't really last too well if you are eating and drinking and around your mouth you then have some whiter space. and kind of go for something, for some extra insurance with some concealer or something like that. I'm just pressing and smoothing this in with my beauty blender. Okay, now that I've got a nice even layer of foundation on, I'm gonna switch over to concealer. And as my concealer, I'm gonna use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This one is now a little bit lighter than my skin tone, of course. So I'm using this underneath my eyes and kind of also going along my cheekbone just to kind of highlight. I usually hate that highlight stuff. I'm not going out too often, so let's go ham. I'm going to apply this everywhere. I usually highlight. And for some real badass blemishes, I will use my concealer palette later on. So now I'm buffing this in with my tea blender and I'm really going underneath the eyes, cleaning up the edge of my makeup a little bit. My skin is reacting strange to sun sometimes, so I'm taking my Zoeva concealer palette and I'm taking 1 to 2 shades darker than I would usually use, and I'm just patting this on with my fingers. I'm now just going to powder the skin, and I'm using a loose powder because I don't want any flashback. I'm going to go in with a more dense brush underneath the eyes and basically everywhere I had a blemish. And then I'm taking a more fluffy brush to apply some powder all over the face because I don't want any areas that look too deep. Okay, now I'm going to complete the eyeshadow. First of all, I'm going to grab my blending brush again, and with no additional color, I'm just again blending out on the upper lid. I'm taking the shader and the crease brush from before, and I'm taking the same color that we've applied on the lids, which is called Factory. And I'm just going to join this up with the upper lid. Then going into Darkside, which is the darker gray color, and darkening the outer corner. And to finish off, I'm taking the light pale pink, which is called Burnout, and I'm putting this right at the inside. Taking this maybe a third along the lower lash line. Okay, so now we are going to apply some dark brown liner to the top and bottom lash line, and then we are finished with the eyes. And of course mascara. And of course a little bit of mascara, but I will do that off camera really quick. So I'm back. To finish off my face, I'm going to contour with the Sleek Medium Contour Kit. Okay, as a blush, I'm going to apply this pink one, which was a limited edition by a German makeup brand that I don't even know exists in some English-speaking country, so just use your favorite pink blush. And to make things complete, to highlight, I'm going to use the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in Lightscapade. It's just given a nice light reflection. Okay, for the lips, I will go nude. And I'm going to go for a very brownie nude. That means I'm first lining my lips with a brownie nude lip liner. Okay, so since I've now drawn on my lips in a shape that I like them, I'm going to go in with my favorite nude lipstick, which is by MAC, and it's called Honeylove. So, and that's the makeup look completed, and if you want to know what I do to my hair, then stay tuned. Okay, so as you can probably tell, my hair is really long and naturally wavy, but I want to accentuate the waviness a bit. And now I spritz my hair with heat protective spray. I'm not curling every single section, and I'll put my curling wand on the middle heat thing. And this is the brown satin hair 7. And I'm trying to curl away from my hair, but I'm not doing this super tightly because I want them to have a little bit of a wavy, beachy feel. And I'm also trying to take bigger sections than you were supposed to make the waves a little bit more loose. And when it comes to my fringe, I don't know if you can, yes you can see. I'm just going along with my curler. I'm not curling it to any side, I'm just going to kind of straighten them with the curler. And I'm also mainly straightening the most characteristic sections. This way I just don't have to straighten all of their hair and damage all of it, if that makes sense. Okay, so I will now brush them through. Okay, I've now combed it out and I decide that this side looks fine, but this side needs a little bit more, so I'm going in with a few more sections. And also, if it's getting too hot, if you're just doing a ponytail or something, it will still look awesome. And secondly, I'm going in with a hair wax to structure and make them all messy looking. And therefore I'm taking this L'Oreal FX wax, just scrunching the waves up so they're this way you are structuring the hair. Structure gives it a little bit more volume. And this is the finished hairstyle. Doesn't look much different to my natural hair. It's just a little bit more glam version of it.